All right, my next group will be the tight end group. And this value is established via the depth of the overall group. Okay, so there's some of these players that there's like a little, I won't call it a red flag, but there's something that the programs and organizations are going to get hung up on, and that's why these guys might, quote, fall, right, or become valuable later in the draft. Others, it's more a result of the overall depth of the position group, and I think that's the case with tight end. I mean, look at some of the tight ends that we have in this draft. Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, Dalton Kincaid, Darnell Washington, Musgrave, the Oregon State guy. Like there's a number of good tight ends, and not every team needs a tight end. So guess what? That means later in the draft, you're going to have a chance to take a guy like Sam Laporta, the tight end from Iowa. He's going to be a draft steal. He might be overlooked and not get selected maybe up with those other tight ends because, well, he doesn't have that burst speed. Well, guess what? He gets open. He's, again, highly productive. He's got great hands, and he can do a lot of things in the passing game. Remember, Iowa's offense was not good. We've all talked about that at length. And yet, if you're an opposing defense, you knew if they needed a play, they were going to Sam Laporta. And it was still tough to stop him. He was highly productive, even being the focal point of the defensive game plan. So he understands what it's like to operate in tight spaces. He's a smart player, and I think that this guy's going to be a really good pick, a good value pick. There's only been one tight end selected in the first round of the last 3 drafts combined. Kyle Pitts. He went number 4 to Atlanta. He was a joke of an athlete, an absolute unbelievable athlete. So the chances are these guys are going to fall down the draft board, right? That means that later in the draft, someone's going to take Sam Laporta, and then all of a sudden he's going to get into camp, and they're going to be like, hey, this guy's really good. A lot of coaches, and I'm going to get, my teammates are going to call me up after this and be like, I can't believe you used that term, but I'm going to use it. He's a football playing Jesse, right? Like, you go out there, and it doesn't matter if you're in the parking lot or the schoolyard. If you're selecting teams and it's just your peers out there, guess who's getting taken fairly high in the draft? Sam Laporta. Why? He's a football playing Jesse. You just want him on your team. He produces. He's a good football player. And this is going to be the case for him in the National Football League. Might not get selected high because of some of the, like, quote-unquote measurables, but when he gets to a team, they're immediately going to see the value of what Sam Laporta brings, in particular in the red zone, which is where I think tight ends make a lot of their money. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.